Hello, 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 everybody. Happy Black Friday. Actually, since I didn't get to see any of you guys yesterday, happy Thanksgiving as well. What is up? My name is Jared, here with Heat Press Nation, and I am super excited because the day has finally arrived. Ladies and gentlemen, Black Friday is here. Now, one thing I love about Heat Press Nation is that we've been running our Black Friday sale. Like, honestly, some items like sawgrass have been discounted all month long. But in case you didn't know, we started our sale last Friday, and every weekday since, we've been dropping a new set of deals. So without any further ado, let me tell you guys what's on sale today. So today, actually, I should start with yesterday since we weren't here yesterday. Yesterday, the Black Series 15 by 15 inch heat press went on sale. It's a steal at $339.97. The M-Press 15 by 15 is on sale at $319.97. The Black Series 15 by 15 inch swing away. If you're getting into sublimation, you guys, that is such a solid deal, $419.97. HPN Signature Pro 12 by 15 inch swing away, $429.97. And the Signature Series 16 by 24 standard with the slide out drawer is only $649.97. If you're doing like really large and like oversized projects, the 16 by 24 is fantastic, and you can get that for like $650. That is wild. All those deals dropped yesterday. Now, even though we were closed, I was not here. I was enjoying turkey with my family. But hey, the internet never sleeps, right? So those went on sale yesterday. Now today, here are some really great deals. The Craft Pro Mug and Tumbler Press in mint is on sale. So I have the pink one right here today. This one on sale last week, earlier this week. But the mint model is on sale. It's $249.97. That is insanely affordable and awesome. The Craft Pro 15 by 15 in all colors is on sale. The Splash of Blue and pink models are coming in at only $399.97. And the mint model is $449.97. And you can take $100 off the Signature Series 15 by 15 inch swing away, $599.97. Ladies and gentlemen, this is awesome. This is amazing. These are our deals for today. Now, just so you know, we have one more set of deals that are gonna drop on Cyber Monday. If you want to know what those are, make sure that you text the word Black Friday to 31592. Text the word Black Friday to 31592. That's gonna give you the full list of deals that we have running right now and the items that are coming on sale this Monday, Cyber Monday. So super cool. I wanna say what's up to everybody. D is saying what's up. Hi, D. Hi, Frankie. My pal Jesse Gibson coming in from Cyclone WV. So good to see you, buddy. Patrick, the homie, is in the house. What's up, man? And then, we got D and Patrick, everybody saying what's up. What's up, everybody? Thank you guys for joining me. So today is Black Friday, and I got to show off some of the cool stuff that we have. If you're looking to get your business started on a budget, this is how you do it. So one thing I'm going to show you today, we're going to actually start off over, I'm going to go ahead over there right now. Just so you know, the Black Series 15 by 15 inch heat press, $339.97. Let me head over there and I'll show you exactly why this is one of the craziest, most killer deals in heat transferdom right now. So this shirt, this is a Toltex 100% cotton t-shirt. Great quality t-shirt, especially in the economy range. I want to say that shirt is somewhere around the $3 mark. When you're buying wholesale, it could be, I want to say it's cheaper, but let's just say around $3, give or take a quarter, right? Now these are Supercolor transfers. Supercolor transfers are also on sale for Black Friday. You could take 15% across the board. It's a 15% discount on all Supercolor transfers. Let me tell you why, like this combo right here, what I'm about to show you, is one of the easiest ways to start your custom shirt company. So, Supercolor transfers, they have a super low minimum order quantity of only 10. So if you have an order, or I should say, if you should be taking orders if you want to start this way, right? This heat press coming in at what is this? $340 right now. such a good deal for such a good press, right? So you spend $340 on the heat press. That's all you need out of your pocket to start up. You take orders, and maybe you have local sports teams. It could really be anything. There's no limit on colors, no limit on the graphic. You really just order your Supercolor transfers to size. This is gonna be the Supercolor. Doesn't say what size it is, but this is, we're in around the A4 size on this transfer. And if you look, I'm wearing a triple extra large t-shirt today. This is actually not a bad size. It might be just a little bit bigger than A4, but great size on here. So you take your orders. Now here's why you can charge so much. So this Bears graphic, right? This graphic has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 6-color graphic because we have 2 shades of brown, we have 1 shade of black, we have the white, we have the orange, and then on the Bears, you'll see it when we get up close, but there's also a gray accent on here. So there are a total of 6 colors. Now, if somebody was going to a screen printing shop, no screen printer would take a 6-color job for only 10 shirts. Because with screen printing, you have to set up each screen, and it's really cumbersome. It's a lot of work. So even if you could find a screen printer who would do only 10 shirts, they would charge you so much in setup fees. Typically for a 6-color job, most screen printers are gonna want you to do like 50 or 100. For a 1-color job, they might be okay with you ordering like a 2 dozen maybe. For 6 colors, nobody's taking that job for anything less than like 50 to 100. You, on the other hand, you are able to take orders for only 10 pieces. And let me show you how easy it is to customize this. So first things first, we're going to load up our t-shirt onto the heat press, right? I have my Black Series press here. We're gonna load that up. And usually what I'll do is I'll drop the front, take it to the bag. It's a little bit awkward because I am on camera and I'm trying to, like, this is not how I would have my press set up if I was in my shop. I'd have it oriented a little bit different. But let me go ahead and show you here. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna center it. I am gonna pre-press. Pre-press does, usually I don't press it all the way, but in this case, what I did wanna do is make sure that my pressure was correct. And this lets me know, I need to increase my pressure just a little bit. Oh, that's a little too much. Okay. Or maybe I'm just too strong. I'm gonna go just a little bit. There we go, perfect. So with Supercolor, you do want a nice firm pressure. I have my heat press set to 320 degrees. We're gonna press for about 12 seconds for these transfers. Now, one thing I love about Supercolor is they come ready to heat press. As you can see, I have my baggie full of transfers. I think I pulled 2 out. Yeah. Right, and they come like this. Adhesive already applied onto the back of it. And this is ready to rock and roll. So now what I would do, and I'd probably spend a little bit more time if I wasn't on a live stream, I'd probably be a little bit better about centering it. But honestly, I've done so many shirts that I'm pretty confident that that's gonna be okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and place that graphic. Actually, I'm gonna drop it just a hair on this shirt. There we go, right there. There we go. So Supercolor, we have a nice medium firm pressure on there. We have 12 seconds on the clock, 320 degrees Fahrenheit. It's so easy. It's so doggone easy to do. Timer's almost up. There we go. And this is gonna be a hot peel. That easy. Shirt's done. Actually, I should, if I had a piece of parchment paper with me, I don't know how I forgot that. Basically, you do have to repress it with parchment. You should be covering it up for your repress. Don't do what I just did. Even though you can, technically. Heat Press Nation presses, they all have a non-stick coating on there. But please, please, please cover it. Don't do what I just did. But check it out, this shirt is done. How long did that take me? I mean, I'm talking through my process, so it probably took me maybe 2 minutes right now. We have a video, it was an old live stream, where I tried to see how fast I could actually press these shirts. I did 15 shirts and I did 10 shirts in 15 minutes. So it averages about 90 seconds a shirt. Once you get into your rhythm, you load the shirt, you load your transfer, pressing boom, 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 boom. Yeah, you can get your average to about 90 seconds per shirt, which means a 10 shirt order pressed in 15 minutes. And for this shirt, you should be charging at 10, even at 10 shirts, which is not a lot of shirts, you should be charging at least like $16 to $18 bare minimum. Like, do not go lower than that for only 10 of these. Because remember, this is a 6-color job. They cannot go to a screen printer for this. It's much, a DTG printer will still be a lot more expensive than that. So Supercolor puts you in a really great spot, to be able to offer these. So if I had to do 10 of these, I'd be done in 15 minutes. The Supercolor transfers, right now they're 15% off, so now's a really good time. If you have any orders, that sale is gonna be running through Cyber Monday, so over the weekend. Go ahead and get your orders in over the weekend. If you're running your own brand and you want just a stack of transfers ready to go to start fulfilling your own merch, now's a great time to get those orders in. And if you're thinking about starting a t-shirt business and you don't want to spend a lot on a heat press, but you want that good quality, you want that Heat Press Nation support, the Black Series right now is only $340 or $339.97. This is a killer heat press. You'll notice it does have the dual, the secondary handle. When you're working at higher pressures, it is definitely helpful to have this. In the old days, when you had a heat press and you were on a heavy pressure setting, you'd have to get an oven mitt. And you see here, so you see how I can hold this down and like get that leverage to pop the top open? In the old days, you'd put on an oven mitt and you'd actually touch the surface of the press with your oven, or you get a towel and hold it so you could pop the machine open. With this secondary leverage handle, high pressure is not an issue anymore, so it's really cool. I'm a huge fan of the Black Series heat press. I love it. You got the dual breaker, like so many cool features on here. Anyways, at $340, it's absolutely fantastic. So we're done with this press here. Got a few questions. Let's see. Frankie says, woohoo, the Bears. Yeah, dude, the Bears, right? Bonnie says, shipping charges, yes. So at heatpressnation.com, pretty much everything, I would say like 98% of our website will ship for free. FedEx ground to the lower 48 states, except for Supercolor, because time is of the essence, those always get shipped out with, I believe it's priority. It's like 2-day shipping. So you do have to pay for shipping on Supercolor transfers. But that 15% off deal is really great. And trust me, like I've done enough Supercolor orders to know the money is there. If I'm charging, I believe this transfer costs regular price around $667 for the wearable A4, right? $667, this is like a $3 shirt. So even though I'm still under $10 in overhead on this shirt, so if I'm charging like, again, 16 is really low. For only 10 shirts, you should be in like the 18 plus, maybe even $20 range. But let's just say I let my cousin lowball me and I did these, at not even 16. It really should be like 18. At $18 a shirt, making $8 times 10, $80 in 15 minutes is not bad at all. All right, let's head on back over here. I do want to take some time to show off this tumbler press. So this is the Craft Pro Mug and Tumbler Press. Right now, the pink and the mint colors are on sale. They're only, and I have to double check my notes here. They are, where am I? $249.97. You guys, that is such a steal for such a good, high quality mug and tumbler press. So now we do get some questions sometimes, difference between the Craft Pro Mug and Tumbler Press and the Signature Series. If you really wanted to go like next level in quality, then you'd get the Signature Series. Slight differences, Signature Series has an upgraded screen. Signature Series has a leverage handle right here off to the side. Signature Series has a few extra heating elements. So if you wanted to do like shot glasses, tapered mugs, that's when you'd go Signature. If you're really focusing on tumblers and coffee mugs, the 11 and 15 ounce, save your money. Get the Craft Pro. This thing is a killer. And I'm gonna show it off to you right now. So I'm actually gonna run through the full process of how we make custom tumblers. So I'm gonna scoot this over. Let me reorganize myself right here really quick. I'm gonna scoot this over just a little bit, make sure you guys can still see it. Not going anywhere. And so, okay, so here we go. So this is our printed transfer. I printed it on 8.5 by 14. You do not have to print your templates on 8.5 by 14. This actually will fit on 8.5 by 11. I printed 2, not sure why. So now this part, I usually do this with a blade and a ruler. I'm gonna do this part with scissors. I'm gonna try my best to cut straight. And the reason why I usually use a blade and a ruler or a paper slicer is because you actually have to trim like 1 millimeter on the inside of your transfer. That's because you don't want any white space. If you leave any white border, it will show up on the tumbler. So I'm gonna try my best here to get a nice even cut. I'm gonna be very careful on this portion. There we go. Okay, cool. And I'm double checking my template on here really quick, the size. I wanna see what the coverage is. Oh, good, this is a cropped, perfect. Okay, cool. So now, on the other sides, I don't have to trim. So look at here. I don't know if you can see this. You see how there's a little bit of ink? I actually cut a little bit into the transfer. That's intentional. And so now I don't have to do this over here. So what I am gonna do though, now I don't mind leaving a little white border so I don't have to be as careful, right? I could leave a little bit of a white border on the top and bottom because this is a cropped template. You are able to go full bleed, which is where your graphic extends past the top and past the bottom. So you are able to print full edge to edge on these 20-ounce skinny tumblers. However, with this template, I like having clean edges, so I didn't do that. Especially on the bottom, I have noticed that it's just easier. All right, so what I'm gonna do is where I trimmed all the way to the edge, that's gonna be my inside. I'm gonna place that right here. And then gonna wrap it, making sure my, there we go. And so then I do this like little shimmy. And what I'm doing is as I'm turning it with this hand, my thumb is holding and moving the paper really tight. You need your paper to have really nice tension on here. You do not want any bubbles on there at all. That's gonna just kill the heck out of your transfer. You also wanna make sure that everything is lined up perfectly. So I'm gonna take a moment and just make sure that this graphic is absolutely centered. Now, tumblers, I'll say this. Tumblers, while I love them to pieces, you definitely got to be careful with your tumblers, especially if you're not doing full bleed top and bottom. You don't want people to see or notice your seam. So you just want to make sure that lines up like as close as humanly possible. I think that's going to be okay. So now for our tumblers, what we'll do is we'll tape right here. Right, we want it to hold in place. And then for our top, because on top we are extending past the edge on top, I'm gonna wanna tape with tension up there. And this is how you're able to get full bleed on your tumblers, by the way. So what I mean by tape with tension is I'll stick my heat tape, and I hope you can see it. You see how the heat tape is sticking out like half past the edge, right? There we go. That's what you want. Kitty's asking, can you do tapered mugs? So not on the Craft Pro. So this, the press that I'm showing you today is the Craft Pro. This is for mugs and tumblers only. If you want to do tapered mugs, then you're going to want to go for the Signature Series mug and tumbler press. I believe the 4-in-1 is going to have some of the tapered attachments, but if you get the 7-in-1, you'll have all the attachments. You'll be able to do your tapered mugs, you'll be able to do your tumblers, you'll be able to do shot glasses, and of course, coffee mugs. You'll be able to do all of that. So what I'm doing when I'm taping with tension, as I'm pulling the tape across the surface, it's creating a little extra grip right here on the edge, on the top edge of my tumbler. And the reason for that is because the way these tumblers are designed, it's a dual wall insulated tumbler. So at the very top, there's a little, like the metal curves back over itself. And on that curve, there's just the tiniest of tapers. And so you need just a little bit extra pressure from the tape to fully sublimate it edge to edge. All that being said, we're ready to rock and roll now. And I should have turned on my heat press already. But just so I can kind of talk you through the settings, we're gonna set our press to 365 degrees. And we're gonna press it for 70 seconds each side. Now here's what's interesting about these presses, or about, not these presses, but about tumblers. So if you want the full 360-degree wrap on your tumbler, meaning you want it to go completely around, you want it to full 360, you want to completely wrap it, what you do is you press it for 70 seconds, rotate it halfway, and press it again. So it's a double press, and I've had people ask me, well, why don't they make a press that could do it all at once? The only way to do it all at once without rotating is putting it in an oven, and the oven, instead of taking 2.5 minutes, the oven's gonna take you something like, I think like 8 minutes per tumbler. So this is kind of, and I'm gonna give one more little piece of tape right here, just because I don't feel secure. Yeah, so there we go. That's how you're gonna do it. This press, it gets up to temperature in just a few minutes. So if anybody has any questions right now, now's a good time. Just to kind of recap, today is Black Friday, in case you're living under a rock and you didn't realize that yet. Heat Press Nation, we are having our biggest sale of the year. It's incredible, so many items on sale. If you want the full and complete list of items texted directly to you, plus the deals that are gonna be going live on Cyber Monday, if you want that sneak peek, be sure to text the word Black Friday. Now it's all one word, Black Friday, all together, no space. Text the word Black Friday to 31592. We got about another minute or two while this heats up, so I'm just gonna quickly recap here. Yesterday, of course, Thanksgiving, and by the way, I hope everybody had a really awesome and really happy Thanksgiving. I was just so blessed to be able to spend it with family. So yesterday, Black Series 15x15, which I just showed you. If you're just tuning in, you missed it. It's so easy to make money with t-shirts. On just a small 10 shirt order, even if you get lowballed and you're doing them for like 18 bucks a piece for a 6-color graphic, you're still coming out 80 bucks in 15 minutes. Like, dude, I don't know where else you could make 80 bucks in 15 minutes legally. So that's really great. That's what I love about Supercolor. And honestly, it just depends on the graphic. If your customer wants a smaller graphic, or if you could fit multiples on gang sheets, that works out really well too. And of course, 10 is the minimum. Usually for customers ordering at your minimums, you're gonna charge them higher per piece. So it's just such a great way to make money with that. Yvette's asking, does that tumbler press close all the way on the 20 ounce? No, so no tumbler presses close all the way on anything. Just put that out there. All tumbler presses, you are gonna have to do a double press minimum if you want a full 360 wrap on your tumbler. So there's some tumbler presses that'll have smaller gaps when they close around a certain tumbler, but you're still gonna have to double press. That's just the nature of the skinny tumblers in a heat press. Of course, if you don't want to do that, you could use a shrink wrap and then put these in your oven. And that way there's no rotation needed. Takes a little bit longer, but that is an option. We have the shrink wraps for you if you're interested at heatpressnation.com. But yeah, let me go ahead and show you. We're up to temperature right now. So I'm gonna bring this back. Bring back my little pink baby right here. Okay, so now what I like to do is, and I know you probably can't see the tape on camera because it's so bright in here, but what I do is I'll use the tape as a marker. I'll do it at like 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. So of course, 3 o'clock meaning, where are we? And you could even use this interior seam, where are we, geez. You could use that too as your marker. You could even get a pencil and just mark it, like mark the top. I don't have a pencil on me, but what you could do is just mark the top, mark the bottom. So when you're rotating it, you know exactly how far. But because I've already taped the seam, that's what I usually use. So I'll put the seam on one side, and then that way I know when it's on the other side, That's how I've made a full rotation. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop this in. You do want it to be nice and centered in your press. Now I've already adjusted my temperature off camera before we got on here. So this is ready to rock and roll. 70 seconds on the first press, another 70 on the second press. And you definitely want to have some gloves on or have a rag. I seem to have forgotten my gloves. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this t-shirt to rotate the mug. There's a few different ways you can do this. What I found is I have some gloves and we sell them here at Heat Press Nation, and they have like the rubberized fingers. So you have a little grip. What I'll do is I'll actually walk I'll just walk the tumbler and rotate it while it's still in here. Some people pull them out. This tumbler has a straw that's included. So this metal straw comes in, and so what some people do is they'll open the thing, use the straw to kind of grab the tumbler and position it, rotate it, and put it back. As long as you get your rotation in there and you get it back in and you don't burn yourself, that's the right way. There's no wrong way. As long as you're not burning yourself, and as long as your tumbler comes out fine, there's no wrong way to do it. So I'm gonna do it this way. Again, they all come with free, here we go. So I'm gonna open it up. This is not how I usually do it, but, right? Here we go. I'm gonna rotate it just a bit. Actually, what I'll do, it's probably easier is if I just kind of grab it. There we go. Rotating it 90 degrees, putting it back in. That's not really the best way that I would recommend. So you want to make that as fast as possible. So again, put on a glove and then just kind of walk it while it's still in the press. But this works too. And so we're gonna see this in just about another minute or so. Just how great it comes out. You definitely want to have gloves on. I've burnt myself on and off camera by handling these things before they were cooled down. It's metal and it's getting heated up to 365 degrees. That's gonna hurt, so make sure you're careful, ladies and gentlemen. Queen is asking, I'm thinking about getting a white toner printer. In the bundle, can an item be swapped out for something else? Unfortunately not, our bundles are locked in, but you are able to get some great deals adding things a la carte. Right now, you can get like $1,000 off of the Creo, up to $1,500 off of Uninet printers, depending on which one you get. So right now is a great time to buy a white toner printer. And if you're not satisfied with the contents of the package, you're still gonna get a great deal adding it separately, because you're still gonna get a good discount. And that way you don't have anything you don't need. I love the bundles, don't get me wrong. But some of them have some stuff that maybe I'm not ready to use. So yeah, but it just really depends on what you need. All right, I'm gonna turn this heat press off. I'm gonna close it. And this, I'm just gonna let that cool down. It is very, very hot, so I want to be cautious. I'm gonna scoot that over here. Let's see, and I'm gonna put that right there just so you guys know that we're not doing any movie magic. See, even the table right here is really hot. We're gonna let that cool down for just a moment. Now, the good thing about these stainless steel tumblers is that they cool down pretty quick, so we don't really have to wait too incredibly long. Elizabeth is asking, which Uninet allows bigger than the 8.5 by 14 to print? That's gonna be the Uninet 650, so the Uninet 650, or the Uninet Pro 800. Both of those are gonna print, well, so the 650 will print just a little bit over tabloid, like 11 by 17. And then the Pro 800, that one's gonna print, I wanna say like 12 point, don't quote me, but it's like 12.6 by like 19. Basically, you're getting that jumbo size print. Really, really cool if you want oversized prints. So yeah, for Uninet, that's what you're gonna wanna choose. Of course, if you want the Creo is gonna print just over tabloid. I think it's like 11.6 by 19 or something like that. It's just over US tabloid size, just over 11 by 17. Janice says, good morning. Well, good morning to you. It's a great question. So Casey's asking, what's the difference between a white toner printer and a DTF printer? They're actually very similar. So with both printers, you print your full color graphic onto a piece of film, right? It's where DTF comes in, direct to film. Now on a typical direct to film printer, you're using a liquid ink on there. On a white toner printer, you're using a dry toner or powder. that's printed onto the film. Now for both of these prints, you have to apply adhesive to the print only. On a liquid system, which is traditional DTF, you're pouring a powdered adhesive and then you have to heat that up in order to cure the powdered adhesive onto the ink. On a white toner system, it's a lot more stable. The adhesive comes on a sheet, so you heat press that together. When you peel it apart, now your print has the adhesive on it. And then after that, the process is pretty similar. Heat press it to the garment, cold peel, repress, and you're good to go. I like the white toner system because it's a lot more stable. It's a lot faster per print. And there's like, I don't want to say there's no maintenance, but the maintenance is close to zero. So right now we have paused our weekly classes. I believe next week possibly, or the week after, we're gonna resume our weekly classes. So every week, if you have questions about the white toner products, we have 2 classes a week where you could join a Zoom call with me, and I will literally walk you through from start to finish the full process of white toner. Those classes are on pause right now due to our huge Black Friday and Cyber Week sale next week, but they will be resuming shortly thereafter, so be on the lookout for that. Michelle's asking, why is it that the free gift is always the same classes I bought? 3 big items. Don't need the same classes again and again. Is there other options? So that is just something very new that we've rolled out in the most recent months. So we genuinely appreciate the feedback. So as the customer feedback comes in, we figure out what our customers want. We're able to fine tune our offerings in the future to have cooler, different, more variety. But yeah, so these free gift promos, that's very, very new. Something that was just rolled out. And so we appreciate the feedback at this time. That's all the promotional free gifts that you get with certain purchases. But definitely look out in the future. Hopefully we'll be having greater variety. But yeah, again, really appreciate you sharing that. Janet says, good morning. All right, I think that's all the questions here. Are we? Yeah. So it's still pretty warm, but I'm pretty tough. So let's go ahead and peel and reveal. Usually I have to snip the top a little bit. Oh, there we go. Yes. I love it when a plan comes together. Why am I, what's funny I've noticed? Why am I always surprised that things work? Like, I'm a professional. This is my job. I should not be surprised when things work, but for some reason I am. Now, you'll notice, I don't know if you can see it, there is a little bit of a white powder on here. That's just, you could wipe it away. If you want it to be super clean, then you just get a damp cloth really quick and just, I could use this t-shirt, just rub it down. It's just a little bit of like paper residue. Yeah, so here we go. I'm gonna stand up and show the camera. So look at the color, where am I? Here we go. Look at the color quality. Oh, right, it's upside down. Look at the color quality on that. Now, if you're noticing, I did crop it a little short on the bottom. I think I just used an old template that I probably, because I helped develop some of the templates, I actually have 1 trillion different Tumblr templates on my computer. I probably did not choose the most up-to-date one. Oh well, but this still looks fantastic. So yeah, explore, discover. Look at that, this astronaut, galaxy. The colors are just, the colors on here, the camera is not doing it justice. It looks absolutely fantastic. I know we get questions about the seam. If you want to see the seam, that's what it is. The seam is that's just a part of life. That's the nature of the beast. You will always have a seam on where your transfer overlaps. So what I would suggest is in your design, try to mitigate that. Make it a pattern, make it somewhere where it's not a hard cutoff. But yeah, so you guys can see, super cool. This is my new morning coffee tumbler. So here we go. We're able to make this tumbler with our HPN Craft Row Mug and Tumbler Press, $250. Oh, such a good deal. The pink and the mint models are on sale right now for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Oh, and by the way, these tumblers are on sale too. Comes with the lid, comes with the straw. These are insulated, so they actually do keep your drinks cold or hot. Very cool. And then of course, Supacolor is on sale, 15% off. And we were able, I mean, again, hypothetically, this is just a sample that we have, but if a customer ordered this exact shirt and they wanted 10 of them with Supacolor, charging your bare minimum price, $80 in 15 minutes is not bad. Pure profit all in your pocket. Love it. Today we did use the Black Series 15 by 15 inch heat press, which is on sale at a mind-blowing $340. Super stoked. If you guys are wanting to start a business, now is the perfect time because you don't have to spend a ton of money. You can get some fat discounts on your new equipment. And yeah, and then of course, when you buy from Heat Press Nation, I mean, we host these live streams every week. We have classes on sublimation and white toner, tons of tutorials online. We're here for you. We offer free lifetime technical support on all of our products. Even if I didn't work here, I'd still be a fan. You guys should see my order history. I order so much stuff from this company where I work. Quick recap. Oh, sorry, I do want to shout out our extended support hours. So today, if you're on live chat, we did open a little bit early. We're still closing at 4. On Saturday and Sunday, if you have a question, you could actually chat with our representatives. Our live chat tomorrow, Saturday, we're never open Saturdays, but tomorrow and Sunday, we're making an exception. Our live chat's open from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And on Sunday, it's open from 8 a.m. to 12. So you could actually chat online with a real life human representative from here at Heat Press Nation. They'll be able to help you get into the right equipment and everything like that. D says tumbler turned out really nice colors, Robert. Oh, thank you so much. And Michelle's asking, is it normal to have a residue after pressing the tumbler? No, it's not actually. I've had that issue though. If there's a residue on the surface of your tumbler, as you saw, I had a little bit of like a white powdery substance. That was just real easy to wipe away. You could wipe it with your hand, you could wipe it with a dry or wet cloth. But if you're having an issue like when you peel the transfer off and then the whole thing is kind of covered in a residue or it has like a texture, very likely that you used either too much pressure or it was overcooked. It was just too hot, maybe pressed too long. So usually the residue is a sign that there was just too much of something, whether heat and or pressure. So what I would suggest is use our settings. If you have our heat press, use our settings. If you're using a different heat press, you may need to fudge those settings just a little bit, fine tune them. And then I would lighten up your pressure. You only need like a medium pressure. So I don't want to mess this up. This is still hot, but whatever. So when you put it in there, my press, like I can close it with like 1 or 2 fingers. Like it's still hot. Yeah. It's not a lot of pressure at all. If you're having to like work it and you're just like, if you're applying like strength, if you're feeling a lot of resistance, you definitely need to light up your pressure. That would be my recommendation. Now, for anybody out there who's having issues with your heat press that you purchased from Heat Press Nation, you can't get the right settings, your tumblers are coming out really weird, you don't know what pressure is, give us a call, 800-215-0894. It's there on your screen. You could also just go straight to heat.press/support. We'll be able to help you out. But yeah, our tech support team, those dudes are awesome, really friendly, really helpful. So yeah, you might need to like send them like a video just so they can see exactly what you're working with. But yeah, really great team. All right. Well, it looks like that's going to do it for me today. You guys don't forget it. We have one more batch of deals that are going to get added to our huge sale on Monday. If you want to know what those are in advance, if you want the sneak peek, if you want the full heads up, you want the full and complete list of all of our sale items, text the word Black Friday with no space, just Black Friday, as you see it on screen, all one word. Text that to 31592. That's going to do it for me. I hope everybody has a fantastic day and have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you around.